Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something you've probably seen popping up all over your feeds lately, a massively popular dietary supplement called ProstaVive. Seriously, the search traffic on this thing is off the charts right now. But, what are all these promotional reviews actually saying? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down for you today. We are taking a completely impartial, highly analytical look at the claims surrounding this supplement, basing everything purely on what the source reviews are putting out there. We aren't here to endorse it, and we aren't here to debunk it. We just want to deconstruct the buzz and lay out the facts for you plain and simple. So let's just jump right in. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the prostate problem. Second, what exactly is ProstaVive? Third, we'll do an ingredient breakdown. And finally, we'll wrap up with some crucial consumer warnings. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the prostate problem, and really the toll of discomfort. Waking up all night? Man, this is the big one. This question is the emotional anchor in almost every single review we looked at. Just imagine it, constantly waking up night after night with that urgent, uncontrollable need to go. It's a completely exhausting, disruptive cycle. And the reviewers, they absolutely zero in on this exact sleep deprivation as the #1 daily struggle for guys dealing with prostate issues. But it's not just the exhaustion. It's really more like a domino effect. These promotional materials point out a whole list of pain points. There's the sheer embarrassment, which, let's be honest, keeps way too many men from actually going to see a doctor. Then there's the underlying anxiety over an enlarging prostate, and the quiet, really frustrating strain of a decreased libido. We're talking about a heavily burdened demographic here, and these videos are speaking directly to them. Moving right along to Section 2. What exactly is ProstaVive? The proposed solution. So right off the bat, reviewers are super quick to point out what ProstaVive is not. It is not some heavy medication, and it's not even a giant capsule or pill you have to choke down. It's actually an at-home, daily powder mix, and that convenience factor, that's a massive hook. Users are told to just take a scoop of this natural powder, stir it into a beverage every single day, and boom, they're supposedly managing their prostate health from the total privacy of their own home. No awkward doctor visits required. To back up all this convenience, the marketing leans pretty heavily on a very specific scientific hook. Multiple sources directly cite, and I quote, research from the Fukushima Medical University in Japan. According to the promos, this specific research highlights how absolutely crucial blood circulation is in and around the prostate, and that idea basically sets the foundation for how this whole supplement is supposed to work. They lay it out as a really straightforward 3-step biological mechanism. Step 1, optimize the blood flow around the prostate area. Step 2, use that newly boosted circulation to metabolize, or basically flush out, the buildup of what they call stromal cells. The marketing completely blames these cells for causing the discomfort in the first place. And then, Step 3, by clearing out those cells, they claim you'll see a huge improvement in urine flow and help maintain a healthy prostate size. Because of that whole flushing mechanism, the promises definitely do not stop at the bathroom door. They actually paint this picture of total full-body rejuvenation. Think back to those miserable symptoms we talked about earlier and contrast them with these lifestyle claims. They're promising a full, restful night's sleep, surging daily energy, sharper cognitive recall, and a significant boost in confidence and sexual performance. It is quite a sweeping set of promises, all supposedly stemming from just getting that prostate healthy again. Which brings us to Section 3, the ingredient breakdown. What is actually inside this stuff? The formula relies on a really robust lineup of natural, recognizable ingredients. We're looking at things like the mineral boron, mixed in with some very well-known botanicals. You've got ashwagandha, fenugreek, panax ginseng, maca root, nettle root, and tungkat ali. By shining a spotlight on these familiar herbs and minerals, the promotional material is basically trying to reassure you that you aren't pumping your body full of harsh, synthetic chemicals. And the reviewers are absolutely adamant about this next point. They claim these specific nutrients aren't just acting as some temporary band-aid to mask your symptoms. No, they insist this organic blend targets the actual root causes of prostate issues from the inside out. Because it's an all-natural formula, the bold claim here is that users don't have to stress about dangerous side effects or weird interactions. They're positioning it as a deeply holistic approach. But hold on, because there is a pretty major catch to getting all these benefits, and it all comes down to time.
The sources make it crystal clear. This product simply will not work unless you are fully committed to taking it every single day. The first month, that's just about building the daily habit. By month 2, reviewers say you might start seeing some initial visible results. But uniformly across the board, they stress that you need 3 to 6 months for the full recommended treatment to really lock in those long-term benefits. You basically have to strap in for half a year. All right, let's move into our final segment, Section 4, Crucial Consumer Warnings, Buyer Beware. Listen to this, because every single source we analyzed highlighted the exact same severe warning. They explicitly state, many people are getting fake versions of ProstaVive. Because the demand is sky high right now, bad actors are out there pushing cheap knockoffs. The reviewers urgently warn that falling for these fakes won't just drain your wallet, you could end up ingesting some genuinely dangerous ingredients that could seriously mess with your health. To combat all those scams, there is one strict rule repeated over and over again. The authentic supplement is absolutely not sold anywhere else, period. You aren't going to find the real deal on standard online marketplaces, and it's not sitting on the shelf at your local pharmacy. They insist the only secure, guaranteed way to get the actual tested formula is to buy it directly through the manufacturer's official website. Now, here is something really interesting we uncovered during our analysis, a pretty massive discrepancy in the promotional materials themselves. When talking about the return policy, one reviewer confidently promises a 60-day money-back guarantee. But then, another source boldly claims you get a full 180-day guarantee. This right here is the absolute perfect example of why you must read the fine print on the official website before you hand over any of your hard-earned cash. So that leaves us with one final question to ask. Is this the right ally for your future self? We've impartially unpacked exactly what these promotional reviews are claiming, from the heavy emotional toll of prostate issues, right through to the supposed blood flow mechanisms, that long list of natural ingredients, and of course, those very strict warnings about fakes. The sources definitely present a compelling narrative about getting your sleep, your confidence, and your vitality back. But ultimately, armed with this breakdown, taking the next step is a decision that is entirely up to you and your healthcare provider. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and we'll see you next time.